and there is reasonable evidence that he was gearing up to invade Western Europe, and he didn't really care how much destruction would go along with that. I mean, he'd already killed tens of millions of people. He had a lot of practice. He was good at it. It didn't really bother him, maybe even enjoyed it. So what the hell, that's what I thought. How can it be that we are doing this? It's so insane. So then I started to think about belief systems, you know, because you could say that each camp had its own belief system. The one in the West was derived, it had a very lengthy history, derived from the Greeks and the Romans and the Jews and the Christians, and from various schools of philosophy and from the Enlightenment and all of that. And then the Soviet Union was basically predicated on a rational philosophy that opposed the axioms that the West had evolved, and each group organized their societies around that. And you know, I took political science for quite a long time, and the political scientists and the economists, they basically thought that people competed over resources. But that wasn't a very good answer as far as I was concerned, because it wasn't obvious to me why people valued the resources they valued. The economists just assume that there's resources that you value, but you know, people can value a lot of different things. It's not exactly fixed. I mean, you tend to value food very highly if you're hungry, obviously, but you know, there's lots of things that we value and that we want that seem somewhat arbitrary, somewhat like a decision. So I got more interested in why people valued things and what it meant to value something, and then what it meant to believe something, and then how it could be that someone could believe something so deeply that they would risk their own death to protect it, or at least risk the death of other people, and maybe on a massive scale. Like, man, people are committed to their system. Now, you know, a system of belief is not just a system of belief. That's one of the things that I came to understand, is that it's not appropriate to make this too psychological. People defend their belief systems, but that's not exactly right. You know, we have a shared belief system. Well, it's sufficiently shared so that here we are, we don't know each other, we're a bunch of primates, we're in this room and it's peaceful and no one's scared, and that's pretty amazing, and that means that we're all acting out our roles. So we're acting out our roles, and we have an expectation with regards to those roles, and those two things match, and that's the important thing, and we'll talk about that a lot. It isn't the belief system or the integrity of the belief system even, it's the match between the belief system and the actions of the other people within the belief system. What you want to maintain is that match. You want to act out your beliefs in the world, and you want what you want to happen.